Hello, everyone, and welcome to something a little bit different than hardcore. I've been getting a lot of questions about the cave spider spawner I made in episode 6, I believe it was? 5 or 6? Or 4? One of those. So I decided to clarify a few things about it and just give you guys a more in-depth tutorial on how to build it. Just so you guys can build it. It's pretty simple, but in the video I don't explain it very well. So basically, the distances are 4 away from the walls on each side, like this. 2 away from the floor and 2 away from the ceiling. This layer right here needs to be entirely filled in, and so do the walls, but I'm leaving those open for now just to show you guys how to do this a bit easier. So go like this. And if you want to know how to get a spawner like this to test it in creative, you type in that command, you put your name instead of Dilly Remington, and then it's that command right there. And it gives you the spawner. So we're going to fill in this back wall just to show you guys this wall and the roof is supposed to be filled in. Like so. Now, I think what's confusing a lot of people might be the water stream, so that's what we're going to go over first. You need to knock out this row of blocks. So the fourth row in whatever direction you feel like doing. Actually, let's see where we are. We're actually in the middle of a chunk, and you want to kind of move it. Man, we're like pretty much centered in the chunk. You want to move it out of the chunk that it's in. So you see how the chunk ends right here? If you press F3 and G, it'll open up these grids, and you want to basically make your tunnel end up going outside of that. So we're going to come in 4 from each side down here, and then we're also going to come in like that. Let's see. That should be 8, yes. Now take some iron bars, like this, and replace these blocks here. So the last block on your water stream should be iron bars. And we are going to fill this in as well. Like so. This is where your tube is going to go, so just dig that as one tall, like so. Then we can bring out these walls and just encase this just to be safe. And you can set the water 1 in, which I do recommend doing. So like that, you're going to have your water stream actually in there, or start in there anyway. So just knock that out and make it in there. So when we get our water, you'll see if we fill in this entire back row, it'll come right to the edge. You need to get rid of those blocks though, obviously. Leave the ones on top so no spiders can spawn up there. Definitely leaves these ones. Because the way spider spawners work, or any spawners for that matter, is they spawn 1 block above, right on the same block, and 1 block below, and then they go 4 outward. So this is the maximum spawning area. And then you put your water in here, and here. And you're going to bring this out as far as it goes into the next chunk. So actually, this kind of works out perfectly, to be honest. So if you go like that, you want to bring out 1 more, actually. So what we're going to do is a little trick with water streams. So we need a pressure plate. You don't need to do this part if you're closer to the edge of a chunk, but if you are, you need to make sure you extend it like this by using a pressure plate. And then come out again, and 1 more, like so. You need to be within 16 blocks of a spawner for it to activate. So basically, you need to be within 1 chunk. So we're going to be standing about here-ish. Right here? Is it right here? No, actually, if we stand 1 lower. So normally, I stand about here when I'm working on my spawner. So you want to make sure that that spot right here, this little spot, is within 16 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're actually within 11, 12 if you want to count diagonally as well. So as long as you're within 16 blocks of the spawner, it will work. And then next, we need to fill in this entire wall here. So do this entire wall. Well, actually, if you're digging this out underground, you won't have to. But if you are building this in creative just to test it out, you need to fill in this entire wall here. Like so. And then you will need some stairs. Like any kind of stair works for this. Because you need to do something along the lines of this. Take out this entire top section right here. And go like this. Come on. Come on. You want to make sure they're placed inverted like this, but not like that. You don't want them turning, you just want them inverted like that. Then fill in those, which should already be filled in if you're digging this out. We're going to fill in this wall just a little bit so I can place the water and show you what you got to do with signs. So grab your signs like this, and you're going to put them here along this entire edge, and then you're going to also put them in this entire section. So you shift and then right click to do that. You want to bring out the entire thing all the way across, like so. If you type on them, doesn't matter. I just accidentally do it when you're walking sometimes. So bring out every sign like that. Make sure you're keeping this room lit up when you're working on it too. You don't want any cave spiders spawning and wrecking shop. Then, once you have all your signs in, fill in each staircase block with water. Like that. And you will end up with this. This is a bit of an interesting trick with water in Minecraft that continues a water flow. And even though there's no water there, they're still going to fall down into this. That's what the iron bar is for as well, because they're a little bit wide. So this will help them get down quicker. And then they will be flowed into that block there. So this is actually the entire farm done. It's very, very simple. So once you've built this, make sure if you're doing it creative to fill in all the walls. And if you're in creative, you need to get a spider spawner. You get a cave spider spawn egg. And you need to right click. And that'll switch it to a cave spider spawner egg. Or cave spider spawner anyway. So fill this entirely in to make sure there's no light. Like so. And we are in peaceful right now, but I'm going to crank it up to hard like I have in my hardcore world. You can hear it's already going. Now, the safest way to have this going is you need fences, like so. Grab some fences like that, and you're actually going to want to put some sort of solid block here, like that. Then do fences like that. Take some trap doors, and put one there, and put one there. This is a spot where the spiders will never be able to hurt you. And if we switch to mode spectator, you will see the spiders are working their way in. You die. Now that should be working. There we go. So now if we actually block this out, like so. There we go. Now it's working. Okay. They don't crawl back on my survival world. It's probably, you know what, actually, that might be the thing. You might have to be in survival for this to work. If I go back to my spot here. Oh, wait, it's working. They're building up. There you go. These designs can be a bit finicky. Spider spawners are really hard to make. But people were asking mainly for dimensions, so I feel like I've covered that pretty well. So if I go like this, yep, there we go. So now if I switch to survival, I'm probably going to get blown up by a creeper. But if I switch to survival, they'll all be targeting me, so they'll actually, ooh. How'd you do that, buddy? Oh, you know what? I normally have a block there. Oh, hi. Creative. Normally, that stops them from hitting you. Let's see. Yeah, now they're not hitting me. Okay. And now you can see once you're creative. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. I called that. Like I said, I'm not the best at tutorials, but I hope this has helped you a bit. And you can see that's kind of the idea. All the spiders died because I was away. And the trapdoors are gone. Whoops. There. So with this design, they should not be able to hit you. Actually, if I build myself in, I can demonstrate that. There you go. Now if we go to survival, you can see. And then you can just put your hopper system right there. Ooh, how are you doing that? How are you doing that? Every once in a while, they might sneak a hit in. Just make sure you stay towards the back of this. Then you can just bam, sit here. If you have a sword, stab them. I'm gonna do this though. If you're in creative and want to kill stuff instantly, you can do this. You type in strength, and then as long as you want it, and then I think the max is 350, or no, 253, 255. They just bam. So you can see how easy this is. This is actually This is definitely one of the better early game types of XP grinders you can have. So as you can see, our original spot was right here, but I moved it to over here. And that's because you only want to go, what I'm realizing is you only want to go as far as your water goes. Uh-oh, that's an issue. I broke it. Whoops. Alright, ignore that bit. I accidentally broke it a little. By a little, I mean a lot. Let me just fix that real quick. But I did have to move where the killing platform was, because you only want to go as far as your water goes, or else you're gonna run into issues. There we go, that fixed it. You actually don't need this mill road signs, I'm realizing. Do you need this row? You don't need that row. And you don't need that row. You only need to do this bottom row of signs. Okay, that's something useful to know. You only need to do these bottom two. And if any spiders climb up this wall, they're just going to drown anyway, so do not worry about that. And they shouldn't climb up this back wall. Even if they do, they'll fall eventually. They usually can't fight the water current, so... And we are overflowing a bit. We have so many spiders. Oh, if we put a block here, it should fill out a bit better, because they'll try to climb up and get stuck. They're kind of loud. Drop that a little bit. But as you can see, tons of spiders showing up. Plenty of early game XP. If you really want the best XP farm, I'd recommend checking out my most recent hardcore video. Actually, that's going to be going up the day after this one goes up. So it's hardcore episode 12, I want to say. And that's where we build what is arguably the best XP grinder in this game. And if you wanted to make a bit more distance, say you really wanted to cross that chunk boundary, like we kind of do, but you really, in theory, want to be another block forward, you can get another block out of it if you move this water source one forward instead. So if we go to water and grab our water source and move it one forward instead, you can actually get a bit more distance out of it. So if we go like that, you'll see that this water is going to strengthen a little bit. You can get another block out of that. So you could, in theory, move this entirely one more over. It really depends on how you work it with your water. You can alter this as much as you want. I really don't mind. This is just a basic design of what you want to kind of go for. And you see it works fairly well. There's a lot of spiders building up. If you're the harder difficulty you're on as well, the more they're going to spawn. So I hope this has helped a bit. Once again, the dimensions are 4 away from each wall, 2 away from the roof, 2 away from the ground. Make sure you have blocks on top. This guy escaped. And you are going to be getting a lot of string and spider eyes from this, so I recommend putting a hopper right here that leads into a chest. So if we grab a chest, you don't have to have the system. You could just have the items sit there and pick them up as you need them, but I prefer having a double chest. Like so. Hopper there. And they won't be able to get into that hopper because of the iron bar, and you just kill them, and everything should get sucked up by the hopper. You will pick up some of the items, but I mean, there's no way really to avoid that. And you get a decent amount of XP. So if we hop into survival, you can see got 11 levels. We just died recently too, so we got 11 levels. We're getting lots of XP. Early game, this is like the best XP farm. And if you can get multiple of these and hook them up together, that's even better. So I hope this has helped you guys. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, share it with your friends so they can build this design as well. Remember to alter this as you go if you need to. Do not think you have to stick solely to the script. These things are a little bit malleable in the sense that sometimes you have to do your own thing. And any spiders that try to climb this wall will drown, like I said. So you should not have any of that to worry about. And I hope this works in your guys' world. If not, make sure to comment. I'll do my best to help you guys out. And that's a normal spider. Hi. But for now, I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. I'm going to try to make these tutorials a bit of a regular thing. Whenever I do some sort of crazy build, I might start showing you guys how to do them. The Enderman farm is really simple, though, that we built in the next episode of Hardcore Series, episode 12, so be sure to check that out. I explained that one fairly well because it's not that difficult. And I hope you have a good day. So, bye-bye!